Today's stock loadout isn't going to be too particularly flashy, but it will get the job done. I've been reading the comment section of this video series so far, and some of you are confused of my definition of a stock loadout. And to simplify it even further, just think, can I get this weapon without any RNG? Or if there's RNG, is it only for a curated version of that weapon? What I do not mean when I say a stock loadout is that the weapon will be easy or quick to get. The goal with this series is to provide new players a one-to-one experience with what I'm reviewing on screen by combining weapons that you can 100% guarantee without RNG, curated roles, and exotics. Let's compare this idea to one of my normal videos, like let's say a weapon review on the Iron Banner Slugshotty, the Gnora's Axe, specifically one that rolled with Swashbuckler, a perk that increases the shotgun damage after a melee kill. For most of my viewers, after watching a video review of that specific shotgun roll, where maybe I'm throwing hammers at people, buffing my shotgun, then going on a body shot killing spree, they can't really go into their vault and take out an identical Gnora's Axe and try to do the same thing. They just have to beat their head against the wall playing Iron Banner until they're lucky enough to get one too, but maybe won't ever see it in the entire remaining lifespan of Destiny 2. Now, unlike that, with this stock loadout series, you can immediately after the video work on obtaining this exact weapon loadout, so you can maybe take the insights, the 2 cents weapon review, and apply that to your own game immediately. So yeah, I imagine the series is very helpful to newer players because right when they boot up the game, right when they start making friends, a friend probably tells them, oh yeah, you want a Dustrock Blues with this particular role. The best way to get it is either do the Menagerie, which requires some light level, or you do this Lost Sector, kill this boss, and just keep killing them until you get the desired role. But the problem with asking a new player to do that is that there's multiple layers of RNG or luck involved to get the desired role. With me as a reference, I've gotten pretty much every good role of Dustrock Blues except the one that I initially wanted with Full Choke, Acrius rounds, Arranged Masterwork, Threat Detector, and Rampage. I just haven't seen it. I probably killed that Lost Sector boss like 10,000 times, and I'm nowhere closer to getting the perfect Dustrock as to when I started. Now compare this to maybe the Wishbringer shotgun that you see me using in the background. To get the Wishbringer, all I have to do is reset my Valor once, just reach Valor rank Legend. And for me, that's just a Day of the Crucible. That's just doing what I would do normally, and I get a very serviceable shotgun. So whenever I have a new friend who's remotely interested in Destiny and they ask me for a tip on how to gear up, I always try to steer them towards deterministic rewards, or things that don't really have that much RNG involved, like the loadouts that you see covered in the series. Sorry that this explanation ended up being long-winded, but I felt that I had to because the comment section really seemed confused on the point of this whole series. Without further ado, let's get into today's episode, which the gameplay in the background has already started. As you can see, I'm using the Vanguard's Nightshade Pulse Rifle, the Crucible's Wishbringer Shotgun, and the Raid Exotic Legend of Acrius. You can obtain the Nightshade Pulse Rifle from doing 30 Zavala Strike bounties. The Nightshade features kill clip and under pressure, which means as you empty the magazine, it gets more accurate, and if you get a kill then reload, you get a boost to damage. It also features a unique perk, Armor Piercing Rounds, down the middle, that is only available on this role. And Armor Piercing Rounds does exactly what you think. If two people are standing in front of each other, you hit both of them instead of just one. Obtaining the Wishbringer shotgun is pretty simple. You play a lot of PvP until you reach Legend rank Valor, and then you talk to Shax. The Wishbringer features pretty much every perk that you look for in a rapid fire shotty. Slide shot, which means if you slide, you get not one, but 2 bullets reloaded into the magazine, and snapshot, which allows you to aim down sights faster, and also has Acrius rounds and Full Choke for a longer one-hit kill distance. As for the Legend of Acrius, you can obtain this by getting a random quest drop by killing Cabal and Nessus, I believe. But I would just be safe and search how to obtain Legend of Acrius on YouTube. It will be a pretty lengthy quest if I have to be honest, and it will take you through multiple raid completions of an old raid. So maybe this one might be a little bit too far out of reach and you can pretty much substitute it with any of the other power weapons that I feature in this series and you'll do just fine. But I do take advantage of some of Acrius's perks. For instance, Acrius has a perk called Long March, which means when I have ammo in it, I get a larger radar. This is extremely useful because once you pull power, you can use Acrius in tandem with the long range of your pulse rifle to make use of that enhanced radar by picking off foes that you would otherwise not be aware of. As for this loadout as a whole, at face value it might seem a bit redundant to run 2 shotguns, but the Acrius is useful for shutting down supers. I think the tractor cannon is obviously better at this job, but unfortunately not every account is lucky enough to get tractor cannon. So you might only have to make do with Acrius, so you might as well take advantage of Long March. So now that I've introduced you to the loadout, let's talk about the strategy with using this as a whole. So I'm using the exotic on my hunter, FOETRACER, which marks targets, and for targets that are already weak, it does slightly more damage to them. So with a pulse rifle like Nightshade that requires 3 consecutive headshot bursts to kill, it might mean that I can miss a bullet or 2 in the body and still pick up a kill. For those of you out there with stellar aim, I highly recommend Nightshade. It takes 3 headshot bursts to kill, and once you get kill clip, it takes exactly 2 headshot bursts to kill, which results in one of the fastest kill clip time to kills out of any of the pulse rifles. When I'm starting the game with my first life opening spawn, you'll typically see me play very passive with the pulse rifle and shotgun until I have the luxury of obtaining either power ammo or multiple shotgun bullets. As you'll notice, the Wishbringer can hold 7 bullets. Since it is a rapid fire shotgun, and like the name implies, it fires very fast, I use all 7 bullets for one target if it's necessary. I do not worry about wasting ammo with this thing if it means my opponent's in the spawn screen and I'm alive. Wait, watch this golden gun. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Spicy. Okay. So yeah, if you have excess ammo with this shotgun, definitely use it at ranges you think you won't even be doing damage to them, because as you slide in towards them, you're going to be reloading the gun as you're emptying the magazine. So it's almost like you have 9 bullets in the magazine, maybe even more if you stop shooting for a second to start the slide again. And your opponent's going to be getting flinched all over the place as you keep shooting a barrage of shotgun pellets. So to recap, I play sort of passive on the outskirts with the pulse rifle, looking for some easy cleanups until I start getting an excess of special ammo or if I pull power ammo. Once I have a lot of shotgun ammo or power ammo, I can then play a lot more aggressive and afford to make some mistakes here or there because my shotgun will absolutely get me out of them. If I do have the luxury, I like to always keep at least 1 Acrius bullet in my back pocket because it does indeed cancel supers. So if there's a Striker Titan, for instance, who's barreling towards me, shoulder charging non-stop, the Acrius can actually put him out of his misery, and maybe he'll be like slapped so hard by the Acrius he decides to play Hunter like everybody else. I probably shouldn't have said that because that always, inevitably starts a comment war. So I'll just be on the record and say I play whatever's necessary in Destiny, though I agree that Hunter is the most basic FPS class. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not even saying it's good. I'm just saying that if you take a Call of Duty player, a Halo player, an Apex player, and throw them on Destiny, they're going to feel most at home with the Hunter at first. Okay, back to the loadout video. So I forgot to mention that with Nightshade, delaying the kill clip sometimes is extremely beneficial. For example, you could wait a second before starting the reload animation so that you get the kill clip a second later when maybe it's more beneficial. Another thing I like to do is sometimes I don't even start the reload animation at all. I wait like 2.5 seconds, then I activate my marksman's dodge so I get the kill clip as late as possible. Since this archetype of pulse rifle does benefit from hitting the head the most, I decided to pair it with Top Tree Golden Gun because that class has a perk called Chains of Woe, which means headshots result in faster reload speed for a couple seconds, which is perfect for dealing with multiple targets when you have that like quarter second to back into cover, do your reload, get kill clip, and then 2 burst them full. I said it at the beginning of the video and I'll definitely say it again, this is not the most flashy loadout, but it really does get the job done. You put some time into mastering all the quirks involved, the fact that you're using a rapid fire shotgun, the fact that you're using a lightweight pulse rifle, which by the way, I didn't even mention, it's lightweight, so when you have it out, it's an invisible +2 to your mobility, So if you have something like 8 mobility, you'll be breaking people's ankles because your strafe will be so fast. Compared to all the other stock loadouts in the series, this one's going to rank around the middle, the same as the Rose, Mindbenders, and Truth combination. Think of the Rose Mindbenders combo as a more close range alternative to this one, and this one as the longer range alternative to that one. If you wanted to look for upgrades to this loadout, I would say use whatever shotgun is your favorite in the energy slot. That could be the Last Man Standing, that could be the Mindbenders, that could even be another Wishbringer roll with opening shot slide shot instead of snapshot, just because opening shot's kind of a busted perk. The Acrius can obviously be upgraded to any power weapon, especially an exotic. It could be Truth, it could be Tractor Cannon, it could even be Wardcliff Coil. Wardcliff Coil would probably be perfect for this. For the Pulse Rifle, if you're not too adept with Pulse Rifle, I would go with a Bygones roll. Just any Bygones roll will work. Or if you're really good with Pulse Rifles, the Redrix's Broadsword, which you can actually use this loadout to work towards obtaining. That pretty much concludes the video. I sort of shot myself in the foot here by having near perfect gameplay of this stock loadout. So tomorrow I'm actually going to try to mine for an even better version of the Last Word to Tara combo that you will probably see if I succeed on stream. I have to pull it off. I have to shut down some supers. Not that that Last Word gameplay was bad, but I feel that it doesn't even hold a candle to this. It was just me running around in Rumble, 3-tapping people, while Bakken was talking about the Lion King to all of the clanmates and stuff. I don't know. You wouldn't like it compared to this one, that's all I'm saying. So if you'd like to see my hunter using the Last Word with the curated Tatara gaze, check me out at twitch.tv/camicakes, or if you don't have time, not a big deal, that stock loadout video will be in your inbox tomorrow. As usual, I've been reading the comment sections, and besides, you know, this puzzling questions of like, how are you going to recommend Mountaintop? I've also seen really positive comments, so thank you guys for following the series, following my channel, and I'll do my best to keep the daily content up. You guys are really the best.